Welcome to the early access for Tales of Legendary Lust, Aphrodisia. This is an introductory slice designed to give you a sneak peek into the game's atmosphere and setting. While limited in scope, this intro should serve to pique your interest and let you know if you'll enjoy what the game has to offer. Please note that ToLLA is an adult game targeted at a mature audience. As for myself, I am the storyteller, and I will be your guide on this lust-filled adventure. And so our tale begins in the northwestern reaches of the Expanse, far from the lights and comforts of civilization. Fort Nineveh, the westernmost bastion of Solaran military might, looms over the horizon, its silent vigil stretching across the savage tundra. Housing a veritable army of civilian and military personnel, it's more akin to a small city than a martial fortification. The 9th Legion keeps its first company garrisoned therein, and numerous merchants travel from afar to seek the protection and opportunities awaiting inside its sturdy walls. But apart from all that, the fort is your home. You are Captain Hale, a career soldier, frontiersman, adventurer, and incorrigible ladies' man. And, if your present state is anything to go by, somewhat of an occasional drunkard as well. Your eyes drift open, slowly, painfully. You feel the vindictive specter of last night's hangover rummaging through your head, burying bolts of agony in your weary brain. Cramped muscles straighten as you stretch on the bed beneath you, its silken sheets warm from the presence of bodies. Your own, and a woman's? You try to focus, but the hangover continues its merciless assault, barraging your consciousness with all the subtle finesse of a mining pick. You rub your bleary eyes, vowing to swear off drink once and for all. You try to refocus your gaze. Long seconds pass, and your vision finally clears a bit. You seem to be in a large yet cozy room, inside some kind of dwelling or cabin. Looking around, you notice the walls are littered with military paraphernalia, strategic communiques, detailed field maps, adventuring rucksacks, war trophies, personalized mementos, ceremonial weapons, and even an armor stand all compete for what little space remains in the tight surroundings. Depressingly enough, despite knowing you should remember, you simply can't. There is, however, the faint recollection of dwarven ale, and the 5, 8, 9, 12 pints of it you downed on a bet. And that was only halfway through the evening, before you'd even gotten started.
Damn fool of a drunk.
The chirping of birds and sounds of conversation reach you from outside. Wherever you are, it's definitely not isolated. Not that you can remember, with what feels like a drill press boring into your forehead.
You're awake. Divines be praised. I thought you'd be out for at least another few hours.
You whip around, quick as a snake, reflexes honed over years and hundreds of battlefields send you into a defensive crouch before you can even register what's happening. You're already halfway towards the nearest ceremonial sword when you notice her and freeze in place, enraptured by her beauty and poise. Before you stands an absolutely stunning half-elven maiden, curvaceous yet elegant, wearing a see-through nightgown that leaves little to the imagination. The seductive scent of lavender fills the air around her, following her like a cloud as she moves towards you. She reaches...
It's noon, my love. I was about to get dressed and head to the mess hall for a bite to eat, seeing as how you were contentedly snoring not 5 minutes ago. But I guess we could go another round, as you seem to be quite awake now.
The shapely half-elf continues her lewd ministrations, obviously in no hurry to leave you.
I do not snore, woman.
Of course not, and dragons don't breathe fire. It's all in my imagination, I'm sure.
The shapely half-elf continues her lewd ministrations, obviously in no hurry to leave you.
Where am I?
Inside the captain's quarters. Your quarters. Are you sure you're awake?
The shapely half-elf continues her lewd...
Ugh, my damn head.
Serves you right for trying to pace Sergeant Kell. What were you thinking? The man has alcohol for blood.
The shapely half-elf continues her lewd ministrations.
Who are you?
Very funny. I'd feel insulted had you not taken me to heights of pleasure multiple times last night.
The shapely half-elf continues her lewd ministration.
Welcome to the Expanse and Fort Nineveh. This remote tundra bastion is Captain Hale's home, and you'll meet many diverse characters here, some familiar to him and others not. The recent greenskin attack has left things in a bad state, and quite a few locals need your help. There are quests to complete, women to seduce or comfort, problems to solve, secrets to unveil, and gold to be earned or pilfered. You're free to explore as you wish and tackle the content in any order you like. We're building ToLLA as a free roam sandbox that lets you choose how you play, while also giving you robust role-playing options along the way. For more information about game mechanics, left-click on any of the sepia icons in the form of a stylized letter I. One such icon is located right in front of your cabin here. This one will pause your party for a short time to let you read the text, but others will let you roam around freely while delivering their information. The game itself is under active development and will be expanded in the future with more content, more areas, quests, lewds, characters, mechanics, loot, combat, etc. If you find any bugs,
The foliage here is incredibly dense. I can barely see a foot in front of me. All this woodland could hide a greenskin ambush party, or something far worse. We'd best be on our guard, my love. One can never be too careful, nor much too prepared. We've not visited this tavern since the raid. 'Tis a miracle the greenskins didn't demolish it while fleeing. We should probably have a look around, see what's going on. This road leads to the southern wildlands and all its dangers. Be careful, my love. The wilds are no place for idle jaunts. This little clearing has always been a favorite spot of mine. What a lovely place for a picnic, wouldn't you agree? We should come back later, just you and I. You may even get lucky if you play your cards right.
There's an abundance of natural resource in these woods, far more than expected. Harvesting so much material will take time, but it is best to do so now while there's few threats. I should try and secure as many of these locations as possible. We may very well need them later.
These beautiful, ancient trees always remind me of the sleeping forest. I spent a part of my youth there, training with Danae's daughters. The Amazons of the Wildwood were good to me, accepted me. They weren't as callous or cruel back then as they are now. This road we're on will lead us all the way down into the southern wildlands. We really ought to finish our business here before leaving the area. Blasted insects, there's a veritable plague of them here. What I wouldn't give for a druid or two right now, or at least a capable mage. Paladins can mend broken bones and steal the dying from the jaws of death, but we've yet to develop a bug-repellent spell. Look, my love, 'tis the Legionnaire's Lodge. Mayhaps we should look around the place, grab some extra war gear. Perhaps even speak with some of the soldiers, if you've the time. My love, look at the palisade nearby. It still bears the scars of last week's fighting. We'll need to reinforce it with fresh material if it's to have any hope of weathering yet another attack. I just hope the greenskins won't return before we're ready, or we'll have an even harder time fending them off again. Careful, my love, watch your step. This slope is treacherous and uneven. We should visit the armory when you're ready. My breastplate could use a refitting.